Brother.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
We did it.
Baby shark! Your son's been announcing himself.
Yeah, he walks into a room and he goes, baby shark. Do you want to know the other big thing that we're doing right now is we're telling him stories about dinosaurs, but they're just like things that we've watched or like classic stories. Like this morning I told him 7 dinosaurs picked to live in a house together and have their lives taped. And then my husband gave him an America's Next Top Model. You're like, now imagine one of the dinosaurs had long, beautiful hair and they cut it off.
And the biggest dinosaur with the biggest forehead was very mad at everybody.
And they taught you how to smile with your eyes. Yeah, we've been doing that because he keeps asking for stories and I'm out. I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
I'm tapped out.
You know, it's nice. It's almost like like you used to do the comedy. It makes you really use your brain to have to come up with things on the spot. You know, improv. That's what I want to say.
You're better at it than I am. You're a little bit more loose on a day-to-day.
Thanks.
Usually he's squirreled up
Don't tell mom I'm a little loose day to day.
No, I just mean like he'll squirrel up my brain asking me for like 10,000 snacks in a row, and then he's like, tell me a story. And I'm like, 7 dinosaurs picked to live in a house.
I love it. And have their lives taped. You just can repeat 800-588-2300. Just anything you remember from childhood.
It's true. And when I was telling him about the real world dinosaurs, I was like, and one of the dinosaurs didn't like dinosaurs of other colors.
You went back to the first one? That's nice.
Yeah, I told him one of the dinosaurs had an immune deficiency disorder. Yeah, I went kind of nuts with it. I just realized, okay, good. Here we go.
We're good.
Okay,
We're good.
So yes, welcome back.
Welcome back. There's been some questions. How's the AV going? You tell us.
We've tried a new thing to see if this doesn't compress the file.
So shout out to Brian for giving us the tip on, I think it took us only 12 weeks.
2 years to get it going. I don't know. We'll see. We're talking a big game as if we know this works already. We don't,
but we hope it does.
Yeah.
We hope it sounds good, look good, feel good, real good.
Can I tell you something?
Are you going to tell me about the trans that killed his parents?
No, literally, I don't know what's happening with that. Everybody just keeps asking me. They're like, you heard about the trans with killing the kids, right? And I was like, no. I'm not keeping up.
I missed that one.
I'm not keeping up with all the trans mass shootings anymore.
I'm not either.
It's a little tough on my brain.
Yeah, they say it's a gun problem, but I would say it's a... cut off your dong problem.
Well, yeah, it's clearly some it's a mental illness problem across the board. No matter who you are wielding the gun, if you're shooting random people or your entire family, if you're going Benoit, it's a mental illness.
Or cutting off your boobs or a dong. It's
not always, but you know, I'll say, okay, here's my thing. I'm open-minded. I think that if you're deciding how you want to live your life, it's not my business. You know, I'm about that medical freedom.
Okay. 100.
So whatever feels good to you, you should do. I will say this, and this is going to upset my folks in Chicago. I don't like when there's like a grown ass man who's 55 years old and has had a wife and children and like a CEO position. And then when he decides that he's trans and that he's going to be a lady now overnight, I take umbrance with that.
Yeah. Truth be told, I ran into one with your son, and your son was shook.
He gets mesmerized.
He was shook. He could not understand why this dude had his belly hanging out the whole time and short shorts on. Well, and the guy just kept saying, pet my dog. And I was like, we're good.
It's a lot. It's a lot to ask of a toddler to suspend disbelief that this grown man who just decided like a year ago that he's a lady, that we have to pretend that guy is. And here's where I take, like I said, umbrance with it.
What does umbrance mean?
You know, it's an old school way of saying I got a problem. Okay. I have a problem with it because
I got bad bitches. That's my umbrance.
That's my
I like to. I got a
little umbrance. Yeah, I do. Because I feel like it's not fair that you got to be like a powerful white man
and then also a lady,
and then at the very end, at the finish line, you get to switch it and be like, actually, I'm oppressed. That doesn't really feel fair when, you know, some of us were out here being actual ladies the whole time.
It feels not fair. Having how many years of periods?
You can't take the shortcut.
It's not. You didn't even get a period.
You never even get the period unless you've been crying on your bathroom floor before.
Pain.
Unless you had to and
tried on all your clothes and felt fatter than ever,
or you had to DoorDash Pamprin. Unless you have DoorDash Pamprin, I don't think we get to sit at the same table and say that we're equals. I agree. That's my little.
Agreed. I'm sorry for the tangent. You really had somewhere good to go with this.
Oh, I'm still here, baby.
Okay.
So the last like week or two, I've been enjoying on Twitter that white people have been referring to each other as goyim.
Oh yeah.
I've been really enjoying it. It felt a little bit like the N-word in that like we can say it, but they can't say it. It's our sort of...
So this is internet speak. I don't know that everybody's getting this algorithm, Ange. Maybe we should just explain.
Oh, okay. So in the Epstein files, all they do is refer to us Judeo-Christians as goy or goyim.
Yes.
Which means cattle.
Sure. And the internet refers to, if you're on Twitter, the internet refers to things like McDonald's, seed oils, packaged foods as goy slop.
Goy slop. They refer to marijuana as goy nip, which is very funny.
Literally the second I heard that, I'm like, I'm out.
I don't think those are in the Epstein files. I think that's just a particular flavor for us on
Do you know
Twitter.
what it is in the Epstein files? Massey found it. The laser.
The goy laser?
The goy laser.
That's the like end all be all of the
redacted.
Yes.
Redacted. It's been redacted.
Yeah, because now he's using that to push for and say that like they need to really
give us everything.
Yeah, don't redact because now there's like national security things at play here.
Is it possible that they have created a laser that they're using on people? Mm-hmm. New York Post just printed an article today about this, that there's like some sort of the frequency or the resonance is making people very sick apparently.
No, you don't say.
We've been screaming it.
You don't say.
Everybody's beaming a frequency.
Everybody's been sick for 3 months straight. You don't say.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, back to it. So at first I took the power back and I started also referring to my friends.
What up, my goy?
Friends and families as goy. Yeah.
That's sweet.
I was for a while there, but now in about a week span, I went from throwing it around loosely like I'm in a rap song to I've gone full like militant black professor about it. And I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good that we call each other that.
Oh, we have to stop?
I think, you know how like when they're like, hey, like we're not going to tell you can't say the N-word, but like it's probably not
good for the culture.
It's probably not good.
Yeah.
So like same thing, like it's probably not good to be referring to one another as cattle. Like, what's up, my cattle?
Yeah.
Good morning, my
Good
cattle.
morning,
my fellow cattle.
But I thought we'd take it back. We take the power back.
I thought so too, but you have to let the pendulum fully swing to professor mode, and then you decide that it's actually maybe kind of deteriorating.
One of the guys from NWA, his street name was Professor or something, so I thought that was really good. They went real militant, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to...
No degree.
No
formal training. Do you know? But just refer to himself as, and then dressed very military-like.
I like it. My Black history teacher in college he was like a Marine, and he had just like a really intense energy, and he would like
David Goggins style.
Yes, and he would be like, I only sleep 4 hours a night, and I was like, damn,
wow, who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing: they're not gonna catch that guy. You know, they're gonna catch that guy sleeping, and I bet he's not casually using the N-word.
So you're saying, stop it. Stop with the goy. Stop calling it.
I think it was fun. I think it was fun.
Week.
I think it was fun. If you want to try it on.
Are you going to go full Kanye and go on the apology tour? What are you doing here? Are you?
No, I think the first...
Have you swung back that way?
No, I think the first stop is you say, all my goys, Nazis, HH. And then you go on the apology tour afterwards.
Okay. So, fair to fair.
Yeah.
Fair to fair. And then you get accepted again. They bring you back.
Just fully around again. But yeah, I enjoyed it while I was doing it. And then like something... I had a conversation with my husband and I was like, maybe it's like a spell, you know, words have power. And if you think about it,
abracadabra oh my gosh.
Just, you know, if you think about it with like, you know, when people say you shouldn't say good morning.
Yeah. It's grand risings.
Grand risings.
Yes. You don't say weekend, right?
What do you say instead?
Because you're weakened.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So
if Saturday and Sunday,
especially when you're like, as we're finding out more and more with these Epstein files, that there is like a lot of occult practices in there that I think that there are some power in the words. And I think that like, maybe they probably love watching the goyim go wild and, you know, tossing around a goy on like a football on Twitter. But maybe, but like, I don't know that that's like the best thing for us.
Yeah, that's true. It's weird with these Epstein files. Ange, is he alive?
I know. Who knows? I've been reading about whether or not he was killed by his cellmate or whatever.
You know, I've been listening to our War Mode. Apparently somewhere in the Epstein files, whether it's the Peter Attia thing, where it came out what his T level was, Epstein's, it's 125.
Is that high or low?
Very low.
Oh,
I think you might have testosterone of 125.
Well, chill out. You don't have to disclose it to the folks at home. Doesn't seem fair.
Or deeper voices say, yeah. So apparently he had like very, very low T. So his whole thing, when you like see him in the video where he's like, and this is my private beach, no one's allowed on it, and he was getting like massages all day, every day. Well, yeah, because he wasn't capable of like getting it up or doing anything else. Low T.
That's like when the stories about Harvey Weinstein came out, and they're like,
and everybody's like, it was strange.
They're like, it was mangled.
It was weird.
And it's like, I thought he was a predator that was jumping on women, but then he was just like waving a frayed, just like a frayed rope at you.
Like an old flag in the wind.
That's what they said. That's what they said. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's not, that's the thing, is they made him like, oh my God, he was this disgusting man that was preying on, and homeboy couldn't even get it up. Low T.
Yeah, you know why? Also, that's coming out is they said that there was like a urologist or something that told him to pop his prescription for whatever.
Oh yeah, for a Cialis or something. One of those.
It was like, hey, go ahead and pop your prescription, and then let's meet up for some grape soda. It was like something crazy like that, and you're like, oh no.
So there's grape soda, there's pizza, there's hot dogs.
We may owe the QAnoners a little bit of an apology.
Maybe
we'll find out.
But I would put all that under Goyslop. The pizza, the hot dogs, and the grape soda.
File it under
Goyslop. Who is going to be the one who really goes through the files page by page and then like, right? Is it going to be like a Snowden thing?
That's not a thing. No,
it's not.
That's not a thing. We're
not getting it.
No, they're creating AI to like help sift through all of that. Like nobody's sifting through paperwork anymore. If you're imagining the scene in Clueless where they're going through stacks of paper and highlighting a phone number,
on the pen,
nobody's doing that anymore. Okay. Even like in law firms and stuff, you just feed all the files in, and then something spits
into
it back
Chat
out.
GBD.
There you go, and it tells you what you need and don't need.
GBD tells you everything.
So like nobody's actually sitting through and sorting through files anymore.
That makes sense.
It's crazy to sort through physical files. I was trying to explain that when I was like 18, and I was in charge of storing the physical files.
I know.
I remember being like, this seems incorrect.
Every internship I ever had in college, that's basically what they did.
Boxes and boxes of files.
And like highlighting things and yeah. Oh, how funny. GBD.
Not gonna have to do it anymore.
What is everybody gonna do, Ange?
That's part of the problem. They say that like they say anytime in the next like 5 to 50 years, every job is gonna more or less be obsolete. So you got to start to learn to work with the AI.
Skills. We talked about this.
Sure.
What are your real life skills?
Sure. Having actual human skills is helpful too.
What are they gonna do?
We're going to be on I think we're going to be on the CBDC government teat drip of free money,
universal basic income, something
that kind of stuff.
Of the sort. Yeah. If you follow the rules, you get the money.
Yeah, and you know what's so recently somebody asked what this podcast is about, and I was like, how much time you got?
Some facts, mostly opinions.
What I actually said was bullshit. It's mostly just us bullshitting each day. But I was thinking about it, and I Candace Owens ends up on my algorithm quite a bit, and she's doing some deep dives, which is fun. But she's got like 4 kids, and no shade. But how do you got the time?
I know.
How do you even have the mental space to deal with this stuff? Like, I had like one minor emergency with my child, and we like canceled the pod for a month.
Yeah.
It was like a day and a half of an emergency.
And she is going through Erica Kirk's text messages
line by line.
She's not using GBD. She's doing it herself.
She's sitting at the kitchen table highlighting.
Her kids are like, Mommy.
She's like, Mommy's busy. Go play with your British father.
Oh, maybe he's like a really good hands-on dad.
Yeah. Okay.
That's probably it. She's got a little extra help.
Maybe. It's safe to assume she's got like a Kardashian level of help.
Of nannies.
Yeah, that's what I assume. Otherwise, it's hard to imagine you can get the team together.
Whatever you think about her, she looked good.
I know, dude.
She's a cutie.
I know. She had a baby more recently than I did, and she just
I've never even seen her pregnant. Maybe she doesn't have kids.
No, she does. She does.
I've never seen her pregnant.
She does. Yeah, her face wide.
Do you remember with Beyonce, they kept showing that clip, and they're like, look, she's not even holding, the whole thing was like, she's not really pregnant. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come out eventually, whether or not she used a surrogate. That's like a thing. Because like, it was impolite when Beyonce potentially used a surrogate. It was impolite to be like, we paid a poorer person to carry them.
Oh,
but now it's not impolite.
Not at all.
In fact, not only is it not impolite, you're considered like not a good person if you don't support people's freedom of choice to carry babies for other people, which I do support people's freedom of choice to carry babies for other people.
Sure.
Where I feel uncomfortable is when when the freedom of choice is because somebody is so cash strapped that they've decided to rent out their womb.
This is the only way that they can. So that's what I'm wondering is if what's happening is that everybody's becoming infertile. That's happening, right? Everybody's testosterone is 125 or lower, if that's what's happening.
Or higher.
Or higher. Who knows, right? Actually, we went to dinner the other night, and our little cousin said for our waitress, she said, was she trans? I said, that wasn't nice. I said, she just had hairy arms. That wasn't nice to assume, but it's what's happening is the girls are
microwave plastics.
That's it. Your mom probably microwave plastic. So that's happening more. But if we're going into this thing where AI is taking over the jobs, people are becoming infertile, then the jobs are that.
Yeah.
Then the womb is like, right? That's going to be a high paying job. That's going to be a CEO.
Put that on my skill list.
Right? That's a CEO. You've proven it.
Carrying babies to term.
You've proven it. You can do it. You can do it well.
Again, it's hard because it's like, again, I'm always very pro medical freedom type stuff. Like, I don't ever want to tell somebody what to do with their life. Go for it, But
sure.
I get uncomfortable that like nobody's like tapping on the affluent ladies to be like, hey, you carry this baby. No, it's like very rich people.
Have you seen the video where Paris Hilton meets her kid for the first time?
Yeah.
and she like looks over the bassinet and goes, ew, what's that thing? And like points to the baby's belly button. And they're like, oh, that's the belly button. She's like, it looks gross. That's a mother.
It is a mother.
That's a mother.
And you can, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's a mother.
In her defense, belly buttons
are gross.
Kind of gross.
They are gross.
Kind of gross. I would probably have told somebody to cut that video. I would have been like, you know what, cut that.
Don't put that out.
Don't put that out. They don't need to know how I feel about my son's disgusting belly button.
Yeah. I like her actually. So I really do like a Paris Hilton, Stars Are Blind is a banger. It sounds like Gwen Stefani. You remember that song?
Yeah, I thought it was Gwen Stefani the first time I heard it.
Sounds like Gwen Stefani. She's great. I really do like her. But
and then live long enough for the pendulum to swing. The Gwen Stefani's apparently hawking the Hallow app and Christian now.
Oh, interesting. A lot of celebrities have gone real Christian. Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah.
And I kind of saw that happening anyways. And Donnie Wahlberg.
Have you heard?
Irish?
Catholic. Have you heard that perhaps...
Mayhaps?
It's a
psyop. I have heard that. Have you heard it's a psyop?
Have you heard that Christianity, this new wave of Christianity, might just be a trick?
A trick. I've heard it.
A little trick from the folks who call us goys.
Yeah,
maybe they are tricking people.
I've heard this. I'm not quite sure I totally understand it, but I've heard that it might be a trick.
I don't know. The second I hear that, I'm just like, everything's a trick.
I was going to say, if your brain goes that way, then you're like me, where I sent you something last night, a fact to check with your dental friend. Mm-hmm. Do you know? Because now I'm at the point, I'm like, they're doing this to everybody?
Yeah. The fact was, you wanted to know if they take wisdom teeth that have stem cells in them, and if they're selling those on the open market like they do with like belly buttons and stuff.
All the medical waste and foreskin and ovaries that they take filled with eggs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're told they're medical waste and they just throw them out.
My friend assured me that no, it goes into the same medical waste bin as all the other yuckies, and that if you go digging through that, that's crazy. That's unhinged.
Well, is it possible though that those medical waste bags, where do they get sent? Maybe she doesn't know that part.
Sure, but you think that there's just like a large sorting table where people are trying to find the old teeth in the, it's a weird needle in a haystack.
Have you seen where people are like panning for like gold and shark teeth and all that, like in the Philippines and all that other kind of stuff, that like, or like batteries, they make people go through like old electronics that people haven't used.
Oh, you're right. We pay the idiots to do it. We pay the poor people to do it.
We're like, here's our garbage. Sure, it might kill you, but go through it.
Like, nobody's renting your womb at the moment. Please sort through this table of teeth.
Maybe that's just like, if you're so like thinking, oh my God, everything's a conspiracy, that like, yeah, they are taking the step.
She kind of told me confidently that if the wisdom teeth were worth more money, she'd have retired already.
She's okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate. That's why I asked you to ask her.
Yeah.
She's kind of our finger on the pulse of reality.
Yeah. Every once in a while I hit her with some questions. I hit her with some weird questions at night. She just tucks all her children into bed.
But if you would have said this years ago, that when they cut off the foreskin and they're saving it and selling it, that would have sounded insane to most people. They would have been like, you're crazy. Where would you even get that idea?
Yeah, well, now you can just look it up.
You put it on
it's right there.
You put it on your face cream, right?
Yeah, it's gonna rejuvenate you. Maybe that's what it is.
So nice.
I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta start fighting back.
Okay, how do we start? What do you think?
I don't know. It's just,
they're trying to take the guns, Ange. That's the whole trans thing. They're trying to take the guns. They're saying it's gun control. They're saying that's what it is. Meanwhile, I'm like, if the guy would have done it with a knife, do we take away the knives?
Yeah, I mean, like you see it. It's happening in other countries where guns are harder to come by, and people are still managing it.
If you drive a car into a group of people, do you take away the cars?
Yeah. Listen, what's that rule where they make you wait a little bit before you can
Brady
go?
Bill.
Yeah, before you can go scoop a gun.
There's a 3-day waiting period on guns. So if you're really enraged, you gotta wait.
I know it's Lent, and so this is an unkind sentence, but this morning I saw Buttafuoco.
You saw her?
I saw her in my neighborhood. She was riding.
We've come full circle.
She was riding her bike.
What does this have to do with Lent? You
Well,
didn't want to curse at her?
Well, I'm not cursing during Lent, and then I already have a few times in the pod.
Foolish of you.
I've been saying foolish, which is really fun because now my toddler goes foolish. He thinks it's so fun that he can say foolish.
It's very annoying that your 2-year-old checks us every time we say stupid.
You can't say that, he says. You can't say that.
Can't say that.
But anyway, I saw Buttafuoco this morning. I turned to my husband and I said, good thing I know where the gun is now.
Actually, you can't say that.
No, I know. I said, but no, what I said was I would want to just wave it around.
Yeah, you can't say that. This woman just got, they arrested her. She worked at, the hair school Aveda?
Yeah.
So she works at the hair school Aveda, and apparently they have a strict dress code or something. And they pinched her for the dress code. Mm-hmm. And they were like, listen, you got to get out of here. You got to change. We need you in all black. You got to look professional. If you're going to be a hairdresser, you got to look the part. Mm-hmm. And she said, I hate this place. I'm paraphrasing. And she said, if I'm going to get a gun and shoot this place up. They arrested her.
On the threat?
Yes, on the threat alone.
Huh.
I think she may have gone to social media and said it, but you can't say it.
Huh. Can you say it on
a low tier podcast?
A very
top
low
10% video podcast on Spotify.
But I think, maybe. Okay, what I meant was if she comes at me with that kind of force, because if you'll remember, one of her Goonies stepped to me.
Yeah, and threatened your safety. And you were pregnant.
Me. Yes, and she threatened me. And so, so maybe, what I meant was, if I have to defend myself, it would be nice to just hit her with the gun.
Oh, with like the butt of the gun.
With the butt
pistol
of the gun.
Whipper.
Yeah, just
I like this idea. You're pistol whipping people.
It's degrading to do it to somebody. To be like, I'm not even going to waste my bullet.
I'm going to call you professor now.
I've got
militant professor.
I've gone militant. No, I just saw her. It's like instantly came out of my mouth. I said, good thing I know where the gun is now.
What did your husband say?
I don't know. He probably just patted me on the head and sent me the rest of the walk.
Like my beautiful wife who bore my children.
The family walk we were on. With 2 small children.
It's a good thing your son didn't hear.
No, you can't say that. He probably hit me with that.
That's foolish.
He's been hitting me nonstop with like, he's dead. I'm going to kill it. Like all this stuff. And I'm just like, how did this happen?
Yeah. I don't think it's the worst that he was exposed to death at a young age. And by death, we mean
dead mouse. Dead lizards, dead bugs,
dead snake.
His favorite game right now is going, you're a dead bug. And then he buries me with like stuffed
do you
animals.
go to the back and then like have to wiggle
He wants you to stick your tongue out, which is the thing you invented. He wants you to stick your tongue out and go, and then he covers you with like his belongings.
Oh, that's so cute.
And he goes, you're a dead bug. And then he just like gets to work.
I know. One of the aunts heard it and was like, I don't think that's a very nice thing that he's doing. And I was like, death is a part of life. It's a transformation. You got to know. What are we going to shield everybody from death? Then you become like 60 years old and you're like crying over your grandmother who died.
Yeah. We're working through the death thing at all times. Whenever people get a little too fired up about the health stuff, I'm always like, look, we can just do our best. Like every time, especially because that's my algorithm is like the crunchy stuff.
Yeah.
Every time I open my phone, it's like, have you been using this product that clearly you've been using every day?
I can't, dude. The Tom's toothpaste.
Oh yeah.
High in lead.
Yeah. I mean,
tea bags.
Yeah.
Plastics.
Yeah. It's like this, like anything that you think you're doing to help your health,
you're killing yourself.
You're making it 10 times worse somehow.
Yeah. So pick your poison.
Pick your poison,
it's not that
baby.
big of a deal, baby.
You want to smoke a cigarette every 3 months?
It's back. The 90s are back. The whole aesthetic, this JFK Jr. Series that everybody's watching.
You watched it, right?
A little bit. I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's 90s are back, okay? An occasional cigarette, fine. Use a payphone, why not? Who wouldn't do these things?
If anything, I'm highly advocating for the use of payphones once again.
I think so too.
Slightly, they can't trace you.
Oh, I like this. Where are you going to find a payphone? I haven't seen one in a very long time.
They don't have them.
Oh, they're all gone?
We got to have them back. Or what you can start doing? Asking people to use their phones.
I did it today.
Oh, yeah.
I literally did it today. So Beach Yoga's back at the place that we got busted by the cops. Cops were swirling. We kept going. Nobody said anything. Okay. I did forget my phone. So that was a little hard. I was trying to go off of where the sun was for what time it was and when to come into Shavasana.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I asked to use somebody's phone. By the way, it was Billy. He had a flip phone.
Shout out to Billy.
Right back to the 90s. I open it up. I don't know your number. So the only number I know is mom's.
Because it's been the same since 1999.
God. And she still has that AOL address. Thank God. So I call her and I gave her a message to call you. But I was like, oh, here we are. It felt really freeing to not have my phone today. And I don't want to brag, but I didn't have my phone for like an hour and a half.
Wow.
I don't want to brag.
And then you immediately scrambled home for it.
I still don't have it.
Oh, really? You didn't pick it up?
I still don't have it.
But anyway, so I think that we are going to move into a time where things like payphones are going to be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
In the sense that we're being tracked. You blew my mind when you told me that Amazon changes the pricing based on what they think you'll pay for something.
Totally. And that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That they know that you'll spend a ridiculous amount of money on organic beans.
Yeah.
And they're going to charge you top dollar.
You said Instacart does the same thing.
Instacart does it. Amazon does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had no idea, but now I'm like even more embarrassed how much stuff I feed into my phone. Cause like regular stuff I'm just staring at and they know what I'm staring at. But then every once in a while, a weird inner thought or a weird inner question that like probably is reserved for nobody at all. I type it into the machine and I'm like, here's what I was thinking about. Tell me, what should I know about it?
I did it the other day and I'm like, I've told GBD too much.
Oh yeah, I've
told GBD too much. I do it because it's very easy. I can talk directly into it. I know. If you go back to a few episodes, we were like, this AI, never going to use it.
No, it is really funny.
It's made my life very easy.
It is very funny that you've gone full AI. I didn't expect it out of you.
No, so I had this, sometimes I have these thoughts that I'm like, they're probably best for like a notes section or something. And I'm like, these would be good, like either topics or a book chapter or something else. But somebody, I don't know if it was you or your husband or somebody mentioned that when you're on birth control, you're basically just tricking your body into being pregnant.
Yeah, your body thinks it's pregnant at all
times. And when you're pregnant, you glow and you look like so beautiful. And as you know, I've talked about this before, like a dum-dum, I didn't realize, had to be put on birth control when I was young for a surgery and was on it for many, many, many years. So then I thought, and I said to GBD, I was like, wait a second, was I just like super hot for 17 years because I was...
Probably
on a fake hormone that tricked my body into thinking, and then the second I got off of it, I've never ever wanted to be with anybody ever again. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe we're getting deep here.
Is that too much? I asked GBD and now they know.
Maybe we can, you think we could just hit it back a little bit, slow drip the BC?
Just a little bit? Like microdose it.
Yeah, if you've got an event coming up or something.
That's actually a great idea.
You got it, right? Just plump up.
I think that's what hormone replacement therapy is. But I don't really know much about it. I'm getting targeted just because of my age.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is like, there's billboards all over for dudes for testosterone.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing the same thing for the ladies. They're trying to get you a little bit of hormones just so you glow.
I get cornered all the time by random people in my neighborhood who tell me, just people older than our parents who just want to tell me about weird ailments that they have. Yesterday, some guy was telling me about his T level.
He did? Was it 125 like Epstein?
He didn't give me the number. It's like when somebody tells me their blood pressure. Literally 100% of the time my midwife would tell me my blood pressure. I'd be like, cool.
Up or down? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But yeah, he was telling me all this stuff. And he usually is telling me about his bowel movements too. He doesn't want to know anything about my life. He never cares about my life.
Your gorgeous children that you're with at the time?
I'll ask a question. He jumps right over it. Yeah. It's like I'm a ghost. Like I'm not even there. He just talks through me.
I think that has to do with age. It seems like a boomer ailment. A boomer affliction.
It's wild. Whenever I'm like, oh yeah, and then nothing. He just jumps right over it. And at one point, my child just started screaming. My 1-year-old out of nowhere just started screaming, and I was like, that guy never screams. I think we've reached his max capacity to hear about your medical history. We're gonna get out of here. And then even that is like not enough. I have to like slowly drag the team away while he finishes up.
Did you tell him maybe he should download ChatGPT and
get himself a little online friend?
Get an online friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
I had seen this video of these young kids that were like in a car or whatever, and they were fighting over AI. And one of the guys is like, man, he's saying how much he loves his AI tool. And he's like, I feel like it sees me. I feel like it's the only thing that really knows me. That's the direction we're going here with this.
Holy moly.
You see? But the boomers could use it. Ironically, they don't know how. Do you know what I'm saying? If you give them an AI tool, they don't need to talk to random strangers and tell them their ailments. Tell it to ChatGPT.
Yeah, tell it to
Find Claude. Okay. What's the other one? Synergy or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know what it's called. So I exited the workforce right before AI hit. So I don't use it for literally anything. And it's funny because we were talking yesterday to some family and they were reading us like a formal letter from their work. And you were like, oh, that's AI. because AI always does it's not this, it's that.
this.
Yeah. But so like because I don't
And
know,
she jumped and she's like, no, this is a very smart person.
this is a PhD.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know how to tell you this. Everybody's feeding every bit of communication through it. In fact, so much so that, have you popped onto LinkedIn lately?
What's going on?
LinkedIn is just a bunch of AI talking to AI. It's just everybody's running all their posts through AI, and then it's just AI. Well, I do think so, and then AI again. It's just people posting opinions that have been fed through the AI grinder.
That's all the content that you're seeing too. Is that it's your husband had pointed out, because he was an early adopter of the AI tools.
Yeah.
And when he first told me, I sent him something that I thought was like brilliantly written, right? And I was like, oh my God, it was about like the universe and the energies of like Nikola Tesla and whatever else. And he came right back to me. He was like, oh, that's AI. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, wah, wah, wah. So defeated. I was like, how did he know? But then when you see enough of it, you're like, oh, you can see it in a second.
Yeah. I literally don't know anything about it. So I'm over here. I'm part of the normies who are just amazed.
So people are purposefully trying to put mistakes in emails to make it seem like it's more human written.
Crazy.
What are the humans going to do?
I don't know, but we should do an entire episode where we got a script from AI and then do that.
I tried to do it. I tried to through, what was the Twitter one? Grok. I started with Grok, and Grok and I had to break up because Grok's an idiot. So is ChatGPT, by the way. I heard there's other good ones.
Well, chill out. I mean, because one day they might rule us all. So
I love you, Grok. I'm sorry. I just we weren't on the same page, and it's not you.
It's her.
It was me. It was me.
I watched a lot of Terminator 2 as a kid, so I respect you all very much.
Of course you do. So this was when you were just in the thick of things. You had the baby, and we were trying to keep the podcast going. And I thought, maybe I can do it with Grok, right? And they made it seem like it was very easy. And I'm like, this is great. Is AI taking over? Can we talk about it? Go back and forth. And it's retarded.
Oh, you mean Grok was going to take my place? You were going to replace me with Grok.
With Grok. It's retarded. So it didn't work. So
you can't say that.
Yeah, no, it is retarded. It's a slowed down process.
Got
completely.
It
didn't. Yeah, it couldn't keep up.
You don't say it couldn't replace me? Couldn't fill my shoes?
I would never replace you. But if you get to Candace Owens level, Ange, and you have 2 more kids, and you're combing through Erica Kirk's.
If I'm combing through Erica Kirk's emails and text messages, just go ahead and pull me out of my misery. Just pull me up out of my misery. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad she's doing it. Somebody needs to find out whether or not Erica Kirk is a secret lesbian. Okay?
You're right.
Okay? Somebody had to find out whether or not Macron's wife was a dude. Somebody has to do the dirty work.
And everything always goes back to Mossad.
Yeah, somebody has. Well, maybe somebody has to go back and highlight the paperwork. Okay, you got to get the stacks and get through it. It's probably not going to be me.
Bring the interns back. You're busy. Ange.
I'm a little.
You've got real life skills.
Hey, I'm doing my best over here, dog.
We're doing our best with this podcast. What did you think, AV friends back home?
We're still at our mom's house. We're working through it.
Mom, say hi.
She left us. She doesn't even want to be here.
Oh, no, she shouted. She's probably busy.
But yeah, we're trying to figure out what this files, compressions, why our video quality is always pretty terrible.
We're not mad at it. It's like a Barbara Walters filter.
Yeah, I'm not trying. You guys don't need to see. You guys don't need to see every line in my face. Although the problem is that because it's so far away, it's always just like I just kind of look like a mushy blob.
If we could be audio only podcast, that's what we're trying to do. Just listen. Listen to our
soothing high tea
125 level testosterone voices. We're deeper than Epstein.
No, I didn't know the Epstein thing, that he didn't have high tea. I mean, that's sort of makes sense based on just like his age.
Yeah, well, he did have a full head of hair, and you got to respect it.
But that's usually an indicator of
low. Honestly, I don't know.
I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm going to Google it and we'll talk about it next week. How about that?
That sounds good. Do we knock mics?
Let's do it, baby.
Bye.
Bye.